I'm saying is that people need to be educated. Fucking econ majors.
People do pay attention to that shit, but
no, they don't.
a lot of the people that do pay attention to that shit don't ask the right questions. They assume that it's necessary to recite all the things that they've been taught about the way economics works. Nobody has. It seems to me that most people don't have the philosophical inclination to ask the questions about the nature of it itself, and instead of bringing the assumptions about how it works to the table, ask why. Ask why is it that we can't have a democratic currency? Why is it necessary that our currency is regulated by private interest?
The thing I see about it is like capitalism. When I think of like the pure capitalism, and even why you would need the money, I don't know if that would be like a fiat currency or, it's like the main thing. If I have 5 loaves of bread, and you've got 2 pounds of radishes, I want to buy, some of that and some of what you got. So that'll be like, well, half a loaf. I have to break that in half, give part to him, give this to him. If we entered into like a market like that, we would be better to get a form of, money that we say, well, this cattle is worth 100 of these, and then the loaves of bread are each get 5 tickets, where it's all to how much goes of the scarcity of that item is all in that. I would say that's like a pure capitalism.
Yes.
And I think that's a necessary thing.
It makes sense.
To me, it would only make sense to have that pure type of capitalism in a resource-based economy. There's this amount of resources, period, and that's true.
Yes.
One Earth, this amount of resources.
Very specific amount.
To make tickets off the tickets by like changing the tickets because they use a different type of ticket over here and it make it worth more in the world or whatever. Like that just seems to me
it's
like
it's depraved. If you are not contributing to society by offering some sort of service to other beings, what is your function? You're a predator.
But it's the way it was set up then. It hasn't changed then. That's why it's not set up any way different now. No one's giving a shit about the Federal Reserve until about the past 10 years. The Fed is just a centralized banking system. It's just a way to organize all the other banking systems. But here's the problem that you had before when you did not have the Federal Reserve. You get loans and whatnot. It wasn't insured by the FDIC. So then you had problems, and there was a lot more run on banks back then, and people were losing money actually a lot more back then. So is it okay to have a centralized banking system?
Probably.
Yeah, but where do the lines draw? Where does the greed stop?
There's a lot of signs out there that says, oh, the Fed's the problem. Now, come on. The Fed is a big trade association that was developed 100 years ago so the financial sector can manage itself. So you think that the Fed is something that the financial sector wants. But the Fed does something more. The Fed also is a kind of intermediary between the government and government activities in terms of dealing with expenditures.
It's almost as though the language is formulated in an elitist fashion.
It is.
If the monetary system, money, finance, is the foundational groundwork of our sustenance, why is there a specialized? Why is there an elitist language? What is a derivative? What are derivatives and funds and? But I still to this day cannot fucking understand what the Dow Jones. What is Dow Jones? When they drop 900 points in 2 days.
Right.
Why? What does that mean to me? What does that mean to the fact that I require units of measurement to create by dollar amounts in order to purchase goods and services in order to survive? What does that mean for me? They say the stock market's down. No, I just need food to survive. I speak
It's
as
like
a lame.
mystical for the sake of being magical, just so that people are like ooh ah, like.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that people need to be educated. People going out there doesn't do anything to have a bunch of fuckers out there just to be like, oh hey, hello, oh god, we need to change the Fed. I heard there was some crazy shit going on in Wall Street, so now I'm gonna go march around Kansas City, Missouri, and sit there and say, hey, things need to change. What I'm saying is that people need to be educated.